We now welcome in Coach Prime himself, Jackson State University head football coach and winner of this year's FCS Eddie Robinson Award, two-time Super Bowl champion himself, the one and only Deion Sanders. Welcome back to Stephen A's World, my brother. What's going on, man? How you doing?
First of all, with you. So you know I'm doing well. I'm with Stephen A, baby, the man.
Listen. You know how much I love you. You're my big brother. I love you to death. We go back a long ways. First order of business before I ask of anything else. How's your health? How are you doing?
I'm doing much better. Now, it was a turbulent season. It had some ups and downs, and I was on a seesaw for a minute. But God sustained me and kept me. And we just letting out everything that went on the documentary. You just get an opportunity to see it. But this happened throughout the season. Now, it was a turbulent season. It was tough. But my God, we made it through. And I'm happy right now. I'm walking again. I'm walking not. I don't have my whole swag and my whole strut back, but it's getting there.
How tough was it for you on a personal level, Prime? Because you've been through a lot of adversity in your life, but as somebody who knows you, one of the reasons I've always admired you and looked up to you so much is because no matter what level of adversity came your way, obstacles was just a means for you to display your greatness, to show how great your God is, to show how great you are, and how you would continue to overcome obstacles. Well, put in perspective on a personal level what this trying situation regarding your foot and everything else, what this has been like for you.
Stephen A, that's a great question. Like you, I'm a dominant person, have a dominant personality, never really needed help from anyone outside because God blessed me with a tremendous gift. Not having the ability to do for myself was probably the hardest thing I've ever faced in my life. When I mean doing for myself, I mean just getting up out of the bed, going to the bathroom, getting in and out of the darn car. I mean, I had to put a ramp in my house. I had to put rails in my bathroom. Everything I needed help and assistance, and that drove me nuts. I had never been through that type of mental frustration in my life, and it was a lot of teary-eyed nights and a lot of boo-hooing, but God saw me through it, my man, and I gained the strength from him and was able to overcome this adversity. It was tough.
Who did you find out more about with this ordeal? Yourself or the people around you who loved you and protected you and did everything they could to help uplift you?
Wow, that's a great question, as you do. The people around me are truly strategically placed. So I don't have people, places, and just things around me just to be around me. People around me play positions, and they play them pretty darn well. That's why they're there. But I did find out quite a bit about my faith and how much I trusted. It was not a moment of doubt that I ever doubted that I would come through, I would walk again, I would be Coach Prime again. I would be the father that I am, the coach that I am, the man that I am, the servant that I am. I never doubted that one bit. So I validated some things that I had already known. But through adversity, that's what you really find out. When everything is squeezed and that pressure's on you, anything that comes out, that's who you really are. And I found out it is what it is.
You know, now I want to get to transition back to the football field because you did an exceptional job coaching your football team last year, and it was being documented behind the scenes, your players, your team, yourself, whatever the case may be. I really want to know, why'd you want to do this? Why did you want to give people, what was your objective in giving people that inside look at what's going on at Jackson State with Prime Time? Coach Prime
It's
Time.
one thing to say it. It's one thing to say it, my brother, but it's another thing for people to see it, to see what we're up against, to see what we do, to see how good these kids are, to see the trials and the tribulations and the coaching and the aspects and the smart, the tough, the fast, the discipline, to see the structure, the organizational, to see that we can compete at the next level, just given the opportunity, and some of the young men that we have inside this locker room can flat out do it, just to see it, because oftentimes people never get to see it. They hear about it. But when you can see it, now you substantiate it and you start believing it. And that's where opportunities arise.
I'm going to ask you a dicey question right here, knowing you the way that I do, but you articulate yourself so well. If anybody's equipped to answer this question I'm about to ask, it's you. Is there a special significance to doing this at an HBCU compared to if you were at a predominantly white institution doing this at a predominantly white institution for obviously white players as well as black players? Or is there a special significance with it being at an HBCU with predominantly black players?
It's special to me because I had never been in this situation. Seeing where I matriculated from, I had never fathomed, man, playing in front of 60,000 and coaching in front of 60,000 in the pageantry and the bands and the energy and the nuances that I had never understood. That how the Bible says how good and pleasant we dwell together in unity. It said brethren dwell together in unity. I had never seen that. I had never fathomed that. But to come here and actually have my hand on it and in it and be right there within it, it's unbelievable, my brother. It's undarn believable. It's nothing. I played in Super Bowls and World Series. It's nothing like it. It's nothing like having the validation and accreditation of your people. That means that's something, man, that I'm lost for words to even expound on. That's something that blew my mind.
When we watch this series, that's obviously going to be on Barstool Sports and what have you, when we watch this series, what do you wish will stand out in our minds about what we see?
If given equality, if given the opportunity, we can. We can. We can. We got everything we darn need but equality and opportunity. Everything else, we got it.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.